It came to light for y'all that this dude wanted me dead way before I came to YouTube.
I'm not the type of dude that you can come up on like
Bro,
this.
listen, we out here
What kind of content?
You're not gonna tell me what to do.
You can't come up on me.
Bro, listen.
If you come up on me, I'ma knock you the f out.
That's what I say.
You gonna
That's
do
what I say. That's what I say. That's what I say. No.
Okay, so buckle up because this is insane. Gene Deal just got jumped by Diddy's fans. Yeah, for real. All because he's been exposing Diddy left and right, and guess who's had enough of it? Katt freaking Williams. He is stepping in hard for Gene. And let's be real, this isn't the first time Diddy's goons came after either of them. Now Gene is being targeted again.
What did I do?
What did you do to him first inside the courtroom?
Lady.
What did you do to Mr. Gene Deal inside the courtroom right before my eyes? And why did I have to get in your face like this and tell you to step back from him? Why did I have to stand in front of Mr. Deal behind me and tell you to back up off of him?
Because it was two men handling business.
And then what happened? But what happened?
That's for me to know.
But what did you do? So why you not telling the truth? My name is Candor. I'm transparent. I'm true. Candor.
I came.
But you didn't have the same energy with him when he came outside either.
When he came outside, he left.
Man,
yo.
get out of here.
He left. He left, yo. What are you talking?
What he look like telling somebody to whoop my ass? He didn't tell him that. He wanted me in the dirt and was trying to rock me to sleep. He knew.
And it's not just speculation, it's fact. Roger Bonds, Diddy's former bodyguard, spilled the tea. He said Diddy gave direct orders for his people to attack Gene. Like, if you see him, jump him level instructions. And Gene, he confirmed it. He's been dodging spots, switching up routines, all because he knows his life is in danger. Diddy's out here playing gangster, sending street dudes after Gene like it's a mob movie. It's wild.
It came to light for y'all that this dude wanted me dead way before I came to YouTube. Because I was having meetings with serious dudes in the street. And he refused to sit down. So what did he do? He tell his security team. He didn't tell the NYPD officers. He didn't tell the Department of Correction officers. He didn't tell none of the parole officers or anybody he had working for him that was officers. He told street dudes who had did dirt in the street. When y'all see Gene, y'all do him dirty. Y'all beat him up. He ain't tell him to beat me up. What I look like getting beat up? What a grown man look like? Somebody smacking him around, hitting him and all this shit like that. I ain't taking no ass whooping. I ain't took an ass whooping since the fucking doctor spanked me on my fucking ass. I ain't took an ass whooping since my mama and my daddy. When they stopped taking it, I guess I'm got amnesia. I don't know what an ass whooping look like or feel.
But y'all, it gets worse. Diddy isn't just trying to beat Gene down, He wants to send a message. He wants the streets to be afraid. And Gene, he's not having it. He's like, I'm not scared. I'm ready. He's not backing down, not even a little. He even said if Diddy wants smoke, then it's on. Gene's not about to fold. He's coming for the truth.
Yo, you got questions to answer. For who? I said, if you want me to answer questions, do an interview. I got a booking number. Ben, you do an interview. I'll answer any of your questions. I ain't got no problem of answering anything that you want to know. All you gotta do is pay my fee and I'll be there. He said, well, you ain't gonna tell me how to get the contact. And as soon as he said that, and he came like he was coming close to me, I took it back to 92. Wu-Tang, protect your neck. And that's all I'm gonna say. I took it back to that. I took it back to 1992 Wu-Tang, protect your neck. And he know what I'm talking about. Then when I did that, then next thing you know, a girl came, the guards started coming and stuff like that. And he told the guards, yo, watch the camera. He hit me. That's what he said to the guard. So one guard was like this. One guard got in front of me and I moved. He said, yo, Gene. He said, yo, Gene, because he know me. He said, yo, Gene, you could just knock me down, bro. Just take a couple of days and get up out of here. And so I was leaving. So he ran and got his camera And then somebody called my name, he called my name like that. I turned around and I just said to him, I said, yo, bro, I'm not that dude that you could just run up on. I'm not that dude that you could say whatever you want to say. I'm a grown man. You understand? I'm not that dude that you could say whatever you want to say to, because if you run up on me, I'm gonna knock you the F out. And that's how that went, bro. And there's nothing I'm proud of. You understand? But you don't talk to grown men. I don't care what kind of YouTube show you got. I don't care what kind of, you want to go viral, you want to do this and you want to do that. You conduct yourself as a gentleman. You want to call yourself a reporter. You don't see all the reporters who went to school. You don't see all the reporters who got their degrees, who got, you know, who worked up the ladder to become who they are, yelling and screaming and cursing and saying all kind of crazy shit to people. You don't see that. But if that's what you choose to do, you choose.
And here's the craziest part. Gene saw it coming years ago. Diddy had been warning him to keep quiet. Even Diddy's people were calling Gene, begging him to stop spilling tea, and they weren't playing. This isn't just empty threats. These folks have a rep for being dangerous, like Hollywood Mafia level dangerous. And remember Katt Williams? Yeah, when he started talking, what happened? They took his kids, just to shut him up.
Man, Katt, you cool, man? How you doing?
I'm cooler than a fan, man. They took my children from me.
Yeah, I mean,
how terrible is that?
I did want to ask, the cops, you know, allegedly found some guns and.
Yeah, they always find guns. I never leave without. My girlfriend. I'm on the middle of an interview, sir.
Sorry about. Yo, they found guns and drugs now.
Drugs?
That's what it was reported.
Sir, you can look at my paperwork. There was no drugs. Weed is not a drug.
Yeah. I mean, do you think that's safe for kids to be around guns and stuff like that? I mean, I'm just curious.
How do you keep this kid safe without guns? They were in a lockbox that the police broke.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean,
saying, if the police come in and raid my place and break into my gun boxes, you're gonna find guns. But these aren't. Well, I'm not in a gang. What difference does it make?
Now, you were actually stopped for this and let go. Because you have a license for it,
No,
right?
This is their 9th time coming to my house. The problem was this time they came to my office and took my kids from an office. Not from my house, from an office. So now when I can't have my kids at my office,
that's an issue.
I must be
the
most terrible black.
And Katt's been living in fear for years. Back in the 2000s, y'all, he was sleeping in a Kevlar vest. That's how real it got.
Katt was still wearing Kevlar to bed. To bed. I would get in bed with him at night and he would have Kevlar on. In bed.
And according to Roger Bonds, this isn't new. Diddy's been sending men after Gene since 2008. Gene's been exposing him since way before the FBI even got involved. He saw everything. The way Diddy treated women, the shady deals with actors. That's why Gene walked away. Diddy saw him as a threat. Gene knew where all the skeletons were buried. And now, he's letting—
He was like, yo, if y'all see Gene, I'm telling y'all, man, somebody better punch him in the face. Somebody better do something to him, man. He out here doing this, that, and we'd be like, all right.
Okay, so when was this? Because was Gene doing interviews at this point?
Yeah, we talking like 2008, 2009. Gene was spreading the word. You know, Gene was always bad-mouthing Gene.
Wait, hold on. Vlad TV started in 2008, 2009. YouTube was really early.
No, he wasn't doing YouTube and stuff. He was going around talking a lot of shit. And we all from Harlem. So he was just talking a lot of shit. And it's a small— Harlem is small.
So what was Gene Deal saying during that time? What did you hear?
He basically was talking about Puff and woman that was going on with him and Kim. Puff being gay, you know, with him and Usher, shit like that. He was talking the same shit that he's talking now on a major scale, but he was spreading it around Harlem.
Okay.
So it was basically a thing where, yo, if y'all see that, man, I'm telling y'all better hear. He got hands put on him, this, that, and the other.
The world know. And Gene's not the only one getting attacked. Tissa, another content creator covering Diddy's mess, she got jumped outside the courthouse too, by Diddy's own fans. They were threatening her, saying Diddy was gonna make her pay. And get this, it all went down right in front of the cops, and they just stood there, didn't do a damn thing.
Holler! A hit dog will holler! A hit dog will holler! So listen, let me just tell you something, right? Because this is an interesting point that Lovely T actually point out. All the people with money, power, influences, Diddy's equal. They refuse to come and support this man because they know something was wrong. But there are a million broke, dusty, desperate, bitch-ass men out here trying to bully women. It was a travesty. It was an all-out circus. Everybody, including myself, are running to safety.
I've got a question for you, Tisa Tales, and everyone's going to want to know this. You're in a car right now. You had to leave the courthouse. Why?
I had to leave the courthouse because Diddy's supporters were out of control. The first time I ran and did my live, of course, I had 2 armed security guys. Everyone told me, the people in the courthouse is like, make sure you have security. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. It wasn't just me, but I'll tell you what I experienced. Diddy's supporters surrounding me, threatening me, saying that they were going to hurt me. It was a serious situation. It got so bad and there was so much chaos and violence that they actually had to lock the courtroom down and force the Diddy supporters across the street. It was something myself, the news media, mainstream media, new media have never seen in their lives. The level, and again, the jurors, I hope to God they know how to sleep at night. Because again, I'm sure they did their duty. But when all that chaos was happening, as I was being threatened and ushered out by armed security people, I thought, this is what the jury did. They sent a signal that it is okay to use violence. It's okay to drug people up. It's okay to live a life of debauchery. It's okay to do whatever you want. Because guess what? If you work hard enough and you have enough money and enough delusional fans and you have ingrained yourself in culture enough that you can do whatever you want. And 12 of your peers will look the other way. Again, this jury was shocking.
Tisa Tells, when you say that Sean Combs supporters threatened you, what were they saying?
They were saying, you effing B, we're going to kill you, you effing B. Apparently I work for the feds. You're a plant. You made this all up because of you. Again, they're not too smart.
And y'all, it's not just Gene and Tissa. Let's talk about Jamie Foxx. Last year, allegedly poisoned by Diddy. Yep, and when Jamie started talking, boom, he was attacked, just like that. You think that's a coincidence? Nope, not when it keeps happening again and again. And Jamie, he needed stitches after one of those run-ins with a Diddy supporter. It's like anyone who dares speak out ends up hurt, or worse.
Foxx was injured during an altercation at a Beverly Hills restaurant. Foxx is speaking out about the incident, which is being investigated by police. It comes just days after the Oscar winner revealed for the first time that a brain bleed caused him to suffer a stroke last year. Here's ABC's Phil Lipoff.
Tonight, actor Jamie Foxx is recovering after an altercation at his birthday dinner in Beverly Hills left him needing stitches. Local police received a call about an incident at the high-end Mr. Chow restaurant near Rodeo Drive just after 10 p.m. Friday night. A representative for the actor saying someone from another table threw a glass that hit Foxx in the face. It's unclear whether Foxx was involved in the fight or merely a bystander. No arrests were made, but the investigation remains ongoing. It has already been an eventful month for the Oscar winner. In his recently released Netflix stand-up special, Foxx opened up about the mysterious health crisis that put him in the hospital for several weeks last year.
I was fighting for my life, but I'm here in front of you.
Foxx telling the audience a doctor gave his family a grim diagnosis.
He told my sister some horrible news about her big brother. He said he's having a brain bleed that's led to a stroke.
But now, the actor is proud he beat the odds.
Said I couldn't walk, but look at me now.
And Lindsay, Foxx appears to be keeping this positive attitude through this latest incident, writing on social media this morning, "The devil is busy, but I'm too blessed to..."
And look, this is where it gets terrifying. Every single person who exposes Diddy's crimes ends up in danger. Take Keefe D. He said Diddy paid him $10 million to kill Tupac. After that, he gets attacked in prison. Suspicious much? Like clockwork. And now Diddy's name is being linked again in Tupac's murder. It's all coming out.
An update now on Dwayne Keefe D. Davis. He's charged in the murder of Tupac Shakur. Davis was in court again this morning after a fight with another inmate. Fox 5's Mike Allen walks us through what happened.
Dwayne Davis is answering for a jailhouse brawl. Here's what court records show, along with images from surveillance video released by Las Vegas Justice Court. On December 23rd, Davis was being escorted back into his cell when another inmate, Rockland Hamilton, who's also facing a charge, is standing to the right by a sink in this room. Hamilton walked over to Davis and squared up, looking ready to fight. They started throwing punches and grappling. and the officer escorting Davis called for backup, gave verbal commands too for the inmates to stop.
And let's not forget Big Homie Double C. The man said he's been poisoned 3 times since he started speaking out. 3. During an interview on Piers Morgan Uncensored, he told the world what Diddy does. He makes people disappear. He even mentioned Kim Porter's sudden death from pneumonia. Yeah, he thinks that wasn't just some random illness. The stuff going on behind the scenes is dark.
This sounds familiar. You know, along this path, I've been poisoned 3 times. My toxicology report showed cyanide, and you know, cyanide metabolizes into pneumonia in your body. So I've had pneumonia on 3 occasions. You know, and these problems didn't start for me until I started to speak out about people like this. You know, it's been a hard time to line up this interview because the last time I was scheduled to be in this interview, randomly, our car gets hit from the side by a blacked out vehicle, no license plate. That's happened 3 times this month so far.
Really?
Somebody didn't want me to do this interview. Yeah, somebody didn't want me to do this interview. You know, I'm somebody where I've had FBI come to my house before and tell me they found a threat against my life. So, you know, I'm well versed in this world, but you know, I got round the clock security. One of them was sitting right here with me right now. This is a dangerous game people are playing, and it's a good feeling for me to see the justice system prevail, and some people deserve retribution.
You clearly feel that Sean Combs over the years has made people disappear.
Right. Well, Piers, let me ask you a question. From your journalistic perspective, have you ever noticed how in this industry, people untimely meet their demise as soon as somebody else seems like they're having a problem? Have you ever seen that before?
Well, there was, of course, the case of one of his other ex-girlfriends, Kim Porter, who died of pneumonia at a very young age. You just referenced your own situation with pneumonia that you believe was deliberate poisoning. Do you believe that may be what happened to her?
Why are so many people coming down with pneumonia? Why is that happening to everybody? What is that about? Where have you ever seen this many cases of pneumonia associated with one situation? So, you know.
There were rumors.
I'm not saying.
Well, I was going to mention on this that there have been rumors circulating online that Diddy may have poisoned Jamie Foxx, which caused his 2023 hospitalization. In his Netflix show, he compared Combs to the devil in revealing his near-death experience after a brain bleed and stroke. He said, I say this all the time, I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel. Have I gone to the wrong place? I looked up the end of a tunnel and I thought I saw the devil saying, come on.
But here's the part that gives you chills. Gene, he's not scared at all. He's made it crystal clear in interviews. He's not afraid of Diddy, not of his fans, not of anyone. Gene says the truth has to come out. He's been quiet for too long, and now that people are finally listening, he's not stopping. Not for anything. He even responded to that courthouse attack and said these scare tactics, they won't work. Not on him.
About somebody that I bodyguard. And God knows I could bodyguard myself with his blessings. I could bodyguard myself with his blessings, bro. I'm not worried about that. Nothing beats an ambush, and I know that. But I'm not worried about his shit. People just need to talk about something. They want to have something to say, man. Oh, Gene ain't gotta be worried, so like that. So, shouldn't I have been worried when he was out here on the street? When he was out here on the street, I should have been worried. Yo, bro, August the 14th, 1999, high-speed chase in Harlem. You understand? How I didn't know that he didn't send nobody after me then. Cause niggas do that shit. They'll send somebody at you. I've seen dudes that do shit and they have niggas right there in the same clique and they didn't even know he did it. So how I know those 4 guys, 5 guns to my head, wasn't sitting by him. When Roger Bonds come and say later that Diddy wanted something done to Gene Deal. How I know?
Cassie, just go ahead and move out the country, baby. Pack a little white guy up, get on out of here. We'll protect your family. Cause if you think Sean and he done beat it, and you got 30 out of him, at the least, me personally, at the least, I would get your boyfriend every time somebody see him. Like I wouldn't have to be there. So I'm telling you, if I would do that, I don't know, you know Sean better than me. Cassie.
So you believe that Diddy, he'll try to harm Cassie if he get out?
I think so. I'm not trying to, man, it's hard because I don't know what Sean's getting out. I don't know what Sean is getting out of prison. I don't know if Sean is reformed. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if Sean gonna get out more arrogant now that you just beat the feds. You see his kids dancing around, they don't look grateful. They look like, yeah, we gonna keep winning. That's not the attitude I would be giving. When I beat my case, when I walked out on my case, I dropped to my fucking knees. I didn't want to be around nobody. I'm happy as shit. I'm not celebrating blowing up in the law face because I know I was just fucking crying, begging God. Nobody was in there with me. I was begging him. So how I look like to get out here and act like some macho hero, like I wasn't just being a little bitch on my knees for my father to save me when nobody else would. So I don't know what P. Diddy getting out. But me, personally, you took 30 million from me, I would advise you to get it.
And get this, even before Diddy's trial kicked off, he was already trying to shut Gene up, like literally calling him from prison. His people were blowing up Gene's phone saying, yo, Diddy's willing to pay if you stay silent. But the twist, they also warned him, you're gonna stay quiet one way or another. That's how serious it got. And Gene, he's no fool. After over a decade around Diddy, he knows exactly what Diddy is capable of. Every trick in the book. And now the truth bomb, Diddy allegedly ordered a hit on the people exposing him. That's why Gene's phone was blowing up with all those mysterious calls. They weren't just warnings, they were threats. It's all part of a bigger plan to silence anyone who dares spill the tea. Diddy doesn't just want to defend his image, he wants to erase the people behind the scenes who know the truth. Cold, right? And hold up, Gene's not the only one on the hit list. Freddie P from Day 26, he's out here begging Cassie to leave the country before Diddy gets out. Why? Because according to him, Diddy's people are already plotting revenge. Freddie said straight up, if Diddy can't reach Cassie directly, he's coming for the people she loves. That's terrifying and real. And now, Diddy's whole empire is crumbling. The people he tried to muzzle, they're finally talking. Loud. And what they're saying? It's not rumors anymore. We're talking eyewitnesses, documents, straight up confessions. Everything's coming out. The truth isn't hiding in shadows anymore. It's blowing up everywhere. And guess what? We're only at the beginning, because this isn't just another Hollywood scandal. This is years of secrets, threats, and power plays unraveling. The people Diddy tried to bury, they're back. And they're not shutting up this time, so don't blink. Don't look away. This story, it's just heating up. Stay locked in. Hit subscribe. Turn those notifications on, because the real story is only getting started.